I ride slow, cruising down the highway going 65. I'm all alone inside my head trying to cook up that pie. I'm on the top of this everything I got inside. They sleeping on me, but one day they gonna realize. I ride slow, cruising down the highway going 65. I'm all alone inside my head trying to cook up that pie. I pop the top and release everything I got inside. They sleeping on me, but one day they gonna realize.
What is going on, YouTube? So today is a beautiful Saturday, and as you can see back there in the back, we have a H23A as well as a B16 Trans inside the Pilot, and we are on the way up to James' shop. If you're just now finding my channel, make sure y'all hit that like button, man, and hope y'all enjoy this content. Huh? Well, my big camera over there, but the screen acts funny sometimes, cut on and off. And this note ain't no joke, so.
The ugly part's gonna be when we gotta do the oil pan.
Oh, you said it?
Cause it ain't nothing you can do but clearance it and make it look ugly.
Yeah. It's like at the back, at the bottom. So. Some people say I need to tap my oil pan for a front drain plug. Do I need to do that?
Greg, you give me this hash shaft.
No, I mean like for to drain the oil because it's leaning forward.
You think these hash shafts are all 5-speed that you gave us?
I don't know.
So that's what I'm wondering, because they're still hitting.
Oh, those are all 5 speeds. Because I
Okay.
would have never had a manual or automatic.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So yeah, we just have to grind the pan all the way across.
Mm.
Notch.
What kind of injectors are they supposed to be?
I have no idea. I didn't really know that. So, man, you got the injectors?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah.
If you just want to go back, I'll probably do that.
Go back, add fuel, and raise it.
Oh, you gonna do it again? You playing?
I did one the other day. One at a time.
I know. Alright guys, so leaving out of James's, heading back to the house. Got to get this engine unloaded. Alright guys, so back at the house now, and I pulled out my axle just to test fit it, and because when we were mocking up there, I forgot it. So we had to use I believe it was a CRV axle. And so in doing so, that axle is a lot smaller. So I had to clearance this shit a whole lot more. So as you can see right there, that's how deep I had to go. So, but it just does, even with that deep of a gouge, it just is clearing, but that should be enough to get us by. I had a few changes of heart and stuff. So in the last video y'all saw, I did have an eBay clutch, which is right here, but I sold it. So one of my homeboys is gonna buy this. I was scared to run it because I kept looking it up and people keep saying these things will explode. So I don't wanna have to deal with that. So what I ended up doing was I sold this one. Again, it's brand new, never mounted it. I just bagged out and didn't want to run it, but what we ended up getting is a Exodus Stage 1, which James said is good for about 300 horsepower. So we should be definitely set for now with that, and it should be kind of factory feeling. So that's another plus. But what we're gonna do today is we're going to try to start getting everything situated to where we can actually mount this engine in the car. Now, two things that I've been dreading, but I need to go ahead and get done. I need to get these wheel bearings put in for the front. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna go ahead and jack the car up again, get the wheels off, and get both knuckles off the front so that we can take those to get new wheel bearings pressed in today. As well as I need to get this rack off and attempt to mount the manual rack. I think what I'm gonna end up doing is just using this same bracket and just trying to make sure I space it out to where it ain't pushing the manual one in it, make sure it's spaced evenly across, and it should be fine. I'm not too concerned about it, but yeah, let's try to get that stuff done. Alright guys, so this is pretty much what I've done in the last, I would say about an hour or so, man. I've completely took the front back apart, and before I took the actual spindles off, I just wanted to test fit my brakes and stuff and make sure they would work, and of course they don't. So I don't know exactly why they don't work, but I want to say I'm 99% sure that it's because these are DX, this arm piece, and I think because that's for like a EX or like, I don't know, it's for EX or Integra. I want to say that's why it would not work, like it won't clear the rotors. As well as I just tried to fit the old caliper setup on there, and that still wouldn't fit. So my guess is that there's something different about the way these are mounted versus an EX arm like this. That's my guess. But my solution is gonna be, we're gonna just have to scrap the entire brake setup that I want to run and just get DX. If I get DX calipers, I'll be straight. And then what I'm about to do now is I got these off, I'm gonna take it by maybe Mr. Tire or somewhere and let them push out these old bearings and throw me some new wheel bearings in, which was all I wanted to get done to these, and I was hoping everything else was gonna work. Unfortunately it didn't, but I'm glad I found that out now. So now I know what I'm gonna do, because we're not gonna be driving this car you know, like today or tomorrow. So what I think I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just look them up on eBay or something and find me some DX calipers and just run the original DX rotors and everything with those calipers. It's not gonna be the performance brakes I wanted, which is a major bummer, but that's the easiest thing, because if I wanted to switch all of this out, man, I would have to drag the black Civic back in here, get those two arms back off, take the ball joints and stuff out of this setup. So I would take the top one and the lower one out, take the top one and lower one out of each of the other arms, switch everything over, then put it back in the car. And then we still don't know if those brakes would work or not, because those are a lot bigger than the factory EX brakes. I'm not too sure. Maybe I ordered the wrong brakes, but yeah, these are the ones I wanted to run. They're a huge single piston, but and these are the stock EX brakes. And look how much, it's a lot smaller than those. And I'm not sure, maybe I just ordered the wrong thing, I don't know. But anyway, we need wheel bearings if we're gonna keep these anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that done, and we can at least get this back on the car and we won't have to take it off anymore. So that'll be a plus. Another thing we got done is I got the manual rack in, so that's looking really beautiful. This thing it needs like another little something here, like to space it up high enough, but I'm gonna come up with something probably out of rubber or something and just tape it around there good so that it'll hold the top portion up and just kind of seal it, keep the elements out. And here we have the old rack. You can see the old rack had like this giant like unit for the actual power part, and I'm guessing that's where the space is coming from. So I'm gonna just come up with something that I can put around it to kind of make it stay up higher and just close that little gap in. But other than that, as far as it working, everything is beautiful. So I mean, it rotates, you know, really nicely. So that's good. Okay guys, so here's kind of a rundown of what's gone on since the last clip. So I went to get the wheel bearings done, and it's a new place in Rocky Mount. I done forgot the name of it, but when I get it, I'll make sure I let y'all know. But it's a new place in Rocky Mount, and these guys, man, took literally like 3 hours, 2.5, 3 hours, just to tell me that it was the wrong bearing. And then when I went back by the parts store, we had the old bearing out and we were just comparing them, and it's the exact same bearing that they said was wrong. That's the one that came out of the car. So the only other one is a one with ABS, and that one is a lot bigger. So it's just, it's clearly the right bearing. So I do gotta still get those done. I'll show you. We got one out, so that's something. And there's the hub right there, and we just got to get this one out. And then I got 2 brand new bearings right over here that's got to be put in, and then that'll be done. Another thing, I went ahead and I just bit the bullet and bought 2 brand new calipers. These are 2 brand new DX calipers. So the only thing is, I think I got to use the DX brackets, which I believe are still on the black car, but they're a lot easier to get than trying to switch all these arms over and stuff. So fingers crossed, I get those brackets and they should mount to this with those rotors. And then the new stuff that I bought, I'll probably just end up selling that online or something and just getting rid of it. But in the meantime, what I've been doing, oh, one more thing. The clutch actually got delayed. As you all know, we're dealing with this whole crisis with the coronavirus. So the clutch actually got delayed, so it didn't come today. It's supposed to come Monday. So that's that. That's why this gorgeous ass engine is just sitting here, and the trans is sitting back here. And I did get them painted. So we're doing stuff, man. We're making progress. It's just kicking my ass because it's really getting overwhelming with the amount of stuff that I'm trying to get done at one time. And I need to go in and just make a list like everybody else does and just do one thing at a time, then straight down the list, so that I can make sure that I get everything I need done. But so that's pretty much where I'm gonna go ahead and end this video up. Trans is painted. I did one coat on the engine, and I just had to mock up that beautiful header. I had to. So that's why you see the header on the car, on the engine. Man, this thing looks good. The valve cover is gonna get painted too, so don't worry about the overspray on that. And we do still have to take off this side here and get this bracket off so that we can mount up the one that converts it over to a B series mounting point. So we'll probably do all of that in the next video. Hopefully we can go ahead in the next video as well and get the trans mounted to this beauty. I just want to give one last shout out before I close this out. Our good friends at Rawwire, they hooked us up with the OBD2 to OBD1 distributor harness. So if anybody that needs something like this done, especially if you're a CG guy, like an Accord guy, they will make the harness from your plug from your distributor. So make sure you hit them guys up, man, and tell them you heard about them from me, because that'll help me out too. So yeah, got that in the end, so that's good to go. We pretty much got everything wiring wise that we need. We just gotta implement everything and get it in the car. And I think what I'm gonna do to simplify stuff is I'm gonna focus on getting the motor in, getting it running right now, and then we'll come back and we'll sort through all the headlight stuff, because if I can get it in and get it running and possibly go ahead and get it tuned, then I can sit in here and play with these wires and get all the lights on and stuff. That's no big deal. I just want to get the bulk of the hard stuff out the way first, and then we'll focus on the slight stuff. That being said, go ahead and end this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Make sure you like, subscribe, and click the notification bell. I will catch y'all in the next one. As always, respect all bills. Peace out.